Hello again. How the devil are you? Ready for this week's episode of flinging things around the kitchen in hope that something magical appears at the end. And today it has done. Um, it's going to be a fairly quick one today. I'm going on holiday to Croatia tomorrow. I've never been to Croatia. It looks very beautiful. Certainly, after going to Madeira last year and thinking very little can top that, Croatia looks as if it's in that ballpark or whatever term you want to use. Game of Thrones was made there as well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the Game of Thrones bits and also see what food Croatians eat. I know very little about this part of the world. It's Eastern European-ish. It's Yugoslavia-ish. I know very little about it, culinary point of view. So, well, let's see what comes, and I'll maybe cook something when I get back. Anyway, today butter beans in a sort of Tuscan creamy sauce. Um, Not really an awful lot to say about it. Butter beans make the dish not scary to your meat eaters, because I know meat eaters often don't like vegetarian dishes. And the butter beans in this are quite substantial. It certainly will not scare the meat eaters in your life and in your family. So, yeah, let's get on with it. It's really gorgeous. Oh, the board of goodness once again. Where do we start? We've got 4 cloves of garlic, which we shall crush. We've got 2 tablespoons of butter, which I forgot to get out of the fridge, but it's over there in the fridge. We've got half a teaspoon of salt, oregano, chili flakes, smoked paprika, and black pepper, all in there in a little mix, which we'll throw in together. We have, I've got 300 grams of sun-dried tomatoes, but by the time they're drained, that's about 200 grams. So, yeah, 200 grams of sun-dried tomatoes, 200 ml of veg stock, 3 cans of butter beans, 150 grams of baby spinach, which we shall chop up fairly finely, 200 mils of a good cream, 50 grams of a good parmesan, 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh basil, and I'm going to, although the original recipe didn't call for this, I've got a couple of tablespoons of sweet chili Philadelphia. Normal Philadelphia will be fine. A lighter cream cheese, if you're thinking of diet, go with that. Also, you can find some lighter cream if you're worrying about diet. I'm not today. This is going to be a really rich, beautiful Tuscan sort of sauce supporting the butter beans. Let's get on with it. We melt the butter. We add the garlics. We add the second garlics. Keep the heat down to a medium. Let's throw the rest of that garlic in there so we don't waste it. It'll all melt down. Da, 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 da. We will throw in the salt and the paprika and the oregano, and the black pepper and the chili flakes, and we will cook this for just over a minute, making sure nothing burns. So maybe drop the heat down a little bit more. Oh, the smell. Once you get that smell, you're about ready. So pop in the stock, about 200 mils of stock. Pop in the tomatoes, the sun-dried tomatoes, thoroughly drained. And we'll give this about 2 minutes to bubble a little away. Start infusing those tomatoes with all the herbs and stuff. So yeah, 2 minutes. A couple of minutes later, in goes our butter beans. These are fairly small butter beans, actually. I've had bigger butter beans in the past. What's another name for butter beans? Is it lima beans? Don't know. We'll have to look it up. I'm sure I've heard lima beans in the same sentence as butter beans. Right, this is going to simmer away on a medium to low heat for about 5 minutes. Stir every so often. Now you can, should you so wish, chop all these sun-dried tomatoes up quite small if you want, and they sort of melt a little bit into the soup. In this particular one, because I've done this recipe a few times now, I like them whole. I like big bits of sun-dried tomatoes. Love them. But it's entirely up to you. Anyway, the next 5 minutes, we add our spinach and allow that to wilt and melt in. So, 5 mins, medium heat. Right, let's have a little taste to see where we are. Butter beans, garlic, salt, oregano, chili flakes, paprika, spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. So far will be... that is a nice sauce. Now, we come to the final straight. So, our cream, our bit of cream cheese, our grated parmesan, and our chopped up fresh basil. And we're going to stir that on a very low heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. See you back here in 2 to 3 minutes. And there we are. La 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 la. Now some people and some of the recipes call this a marry me butter beans. I think it's a bit lazy because nobody would marry you after cooking this. I mean, they might like you a bit more, but they wouldn't marry you after cooking this. Anyway, I've got a wonderful wife already, so I'm already married. I don't need anybody to marry me because of this dish. But let's have a wee taste. Oh, my actual word. Maybe somebody would marry you for this. Creaminess, creamy cheesiness. The fresh basil really jumps out at you. That tiny hint of chili flakes. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is really, really good. I'm going to, if you've got some focaccia bread, serve it with that. I've just got a little bit of a baguette left, so I'm going to serve it with a baguette and dunk it in there and get loads of the sauce. You don't want to waste a millimetre or a milliliter of this sauce. It's incredible. Right, onwards. It took about just over 20 minutes, I think, including all the prep. So serves about 4 or 6 in smaller bowls. Right, onwards.